Hello, and welcome back to Chapter 3, Section 2. This is Day 2 of that section, and we're going to look at the least squares regression line. Because different regression lines can produce different residuals. So if we had simply a plot of data, and if I had some data here, and I had my regression line going through like this, well, this regression line is going to have the residuals right here. But if I drew that regression line like that, well, now the residuals right here, and here, and here, and here. So they're going to have different residuals depending on how I drew that line. So statisticians over the year have found that using the least squares regression line is the best line of fit. Okay? And that least squares regression line of y on x is the line that makes the sum of the squared residuals as small as possible. So again, what they're doing and what the calculator does is it will take this residual. It will take this residual and take that distance as one side of a square, so make this square, and do that with each and every one of these points. So, like this point right here, that would have a residual, and then we use that length to make a square. Same thing with this one, we make a little square out of it, etc., etc. We do it with each and every one of these, make little squares. That's kind of what you're seeing over here on this side. So by moving that line, by changing a slope and moving the line, we're adjusting all those areas of those squares, but the least squares regression line is the one that's got the smallest area of all these squares added up. So, one of the first principles of data analysis is to look for an overall pattern. We always look for that. We look for what is the pattern and any departures from that pattern. A regression line will describe the overall pattern of a linear relationship between two variables. And then we see departures in this pattern by looking at the residuals. So we're going to make a residual plot. It is a scatter plot of the residuals against the explanatory variable. And those residual plots help us assess how well a regression line fits the data. Right? Just like a normal probability plot from the previous chapter, and chapter 2 helped us determine how normal the data is, and if a normal distribution does fit that data. Well, here a residual plot helps us assess, does the regression line fit the data well? So here's some data that we have from earlier, the miles driven for that Ford F-150 and the price. A residual plot, again, a residual plot is a scatter plot of the residuals, so the residuals against the explanatory variable. So our explanatory variable is still the same here, but now we're applying the miles driven versus the residuals versus the miles driven versus the price. And when we examine those residual plots, and we look at those deviations of the points from line, what we are looking for is some unusual observations and patterns. So a residual plot should show no obvious patterns. And if I go back, there is really no obvious pattern in that data. Okay? The residual should be relatively small in size. In other words, we don't have large distances. These distances are not very large relative to the original data. So we don't have anything that's way far away. Okay. Here's an example where there is an obvious pattern. This is a residual plot. Again, we can tell because it's residual versus the explanatory variable, so this is some generic data. But looking at this, there's certainly an obvious pattern. So a linear model would not fit the original data well. All right. And this was the original data. This is the original data. You can see the x versus the y. But the residual plot of that data looked like this. And obviously you can tell the original data, a line does not fit that well. This is the regression line that would have been fitted to that data, the calculator believes is the best line to fit that data, but a line is probably not the best shape to model this data, and that's evident in the residual plot too as well, because residual plot should show no obvious pattern. So I'm going to take a look at this a little bit more on the calculator since we got a little time here, and investigate that a little bit. So what I've done already is just typed in some random data, some X and Y data, some pairs, some ordered pairs. So I want to take that data and just make a scatter plot of that. So go out and hit the little pink graph area, and then down here is the X-axis. I'll put the X data, and over here I'll put the Y data. So we can look at that data. It does look like it is a moderately strong positive linear relationship. Well, we can find the equation of that line of best fit, or we can find that regression line by doing the following. Going to Menu, Analyze, Regression, and then we're going to do Show Linear. We're going to do the A plus BX one in statistics, so we'll show linear. And there we go. We can see that's the equation, the best fit for the line that would fit this data well. Well, the question is, how well does that fit that? Does a line really fit that well? I mean, certainly by our eyes we can look at that and say, yeah, I think so. The dots here are sort of lining up. I don't see any really obvious curve to that, but just to make sure, what we'll do is we'll make a residual plot to help us analyze how well the data fits a linear pattern. And we would just continue with this in this graph right here, and go Menu, Analyze, Residuals, and here's something kind of cool. I'll do this first. It'll say Show Residual Squares. So kind of like the picture from that slide, you can see that these are all the smallest squares possible when you add them all up to get the smallest sum of all those squares. Well, let's go back and just hide that. Take those off, and let's go and do the residual plot to assess how well a line fits that data. So we'll go Analyze, Residuals, Show Residual Plot, and we'll get that down here below. So here's the original scatter plot, just kind of squished. Here's the residual plot, and if I look at that, there really doesn't seem to be any kind of pattern in the residuals, so it kind of confirms our suspicions that a line does fit this data well. All right, so there's some calculator experience, and at this point then, should be able to get the second assignment done in 3.2, numbers 43, 47, 49, and 51. And as always, I wish you good skill.